watching this video, there are a couple things you need to know. First, place value. Not only do you need to be familiar with place value to the left of the decimal point, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, but you also need to know the place value to the right of the decimal point, tenths, hundredths, thousands. You also need to know how to subtract multi-digit numbers. For example, you should be able to do the problem 75 minus 23. Now, if these concepts are brand new for you, that's okay. We have videos that can get you to this point. Feel free to watch any of the place value videos or subtraction videos and come back to this one. Now, if you've heard of these concepts before and you're somewhat familiar with them, let's give it a go. Welcome to Roxy's Revelations. I'm your host, Mrs. B. Today we're going to be talking about decimals, and we're going to be looking at how to subtract decimals. Now, just to review, a decimal is a part of a whole. Take 2/10 for example. 2 is our part, and 10 is our whole. We have 2 out of 10 of something. What about 65 hundredths? Can you guess what the part is? If you said 65, that's correct. What about the whole? If you said 100, that's correct. Decimals are all around us. We see decimals when we look to see how many ounces are in a bottle of nail polish. We see decimals when we purchase or download a song online. We see decimals when we watch our favorite sports team run down the clock. Today we're going to be talking about subtracting decimals, and I have some great news for you. Subtracting decimals is just like subtracting whole numbers, numbers that you've been subtracting for years. The only difference is we're going to have a little decimal point to separate our wholes from our parts. Let's do a problem together. Try and read the problem to yourself as I read it aloud. 81 and 29 hundredths minus 70 and 15 hundredths. Great job. Now when we subtract decimals, we're trying to find their difference. We're seeing how much larger one decimal is from the other. Now, just like with addition, it's important when we subtract these decimals that our decimal points line up. So make sure when you write these types of problems, your decimal points line up. Are you ready to subtract these decimals? Let's do it together. The first thing we need to do is bring down our decimal point. We don't want to forget about that guy. And then we're just going to subtract as usual. 9 minus 5 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. And 8 minus 7 is 1. Let's read our final answer together. 11 and 14 hundredths. Great job. Let's do another problem together. Try and read the problem to yourself as I read it aloud. Remember to use place value as you read. 357 and 25 hundredths minus 246 and 82 hundredths. Great job. Now, what's the first thing we need to do? If you said bring down the decimal, you're correct. We're going to account for this decimal point at the very beginning. Now we're just going to subtract as usual. 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 minus 8. Uh-oh, we don't have enough. We're going to have to borrow from the ones place. Our 7 will become a 6. We're borrowing 1, but that's equivalent to 10 tenths. So we're going to bring 10 over to our tenths place. Now we have 10 plus 2, so we have 12 tenths minus 8 tenths, which is 4 tenths. And we'll continue subtracting as usual. 6 minus 6 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. And 3 minus 2 is 1. Let's read our final answer, or difference, together. 110 and 43 hundredths. Great job. Are you ready to try an even more challenging problem? If so, keep watching. If not, that's okay. Feel free to restart this video or watch any of the previous videos so that you're ready to move on. Okay, let's get started. Read the problem to yourself as I read it aloud. 937 and 642 thousandths minus 628 and 407 thousandths. Great job. Now this problem is just like the other problems we've already seen today. The only difference is now we have 3 digits to the left of the decimal point, our wholes, and 3 places to the right of the decimal point, our parts. Go ahead and try this problem on your own. When you see the word pause appear on your screen, click pause. When you've got your answer, click play. Good luck. Are you ready to check your answer? Let's see how you did. You should have gotten 309 and 235 thousandths. If you did, great job. Go ahead and continue on to problem 4. If you didn't, that's okay. Let's do it together. The first thing we need to do is bring down that decimal point, so we don't forget about that guy. Next, we're going to subtract as usual. 2 minus 7. Uh-oh, we need to borrow. We're going to borrow from our 4. That will become a 3. And we're going to add 10 thousandths to our 2. Now we have 10 plus 2, which is 12, minus 7, which is 5. 3 minus 0 is 3. And 6 minus 4 is 2. 7 minus 8. Same problem again. We're going to need to borrow from the 3. We're going to cross out the 3. We're going to borrow a 10, which is equivalent to 10 ones. So we're going to add 10 ones over here. So now we have 10 ones plus 7 ones, 17 ones, minus 8, which is 9. 2 minus 2, 0. And 9 minus 6, which is 3. Let's read our final answer, or difference, together. 309 and 235 thousandths. Great job. You've made it to problem 4. Congratulations. There's only one problem left, and then the bonus word problem with Roxy. Hang in there. We're almost done. Go ahead and read the problem to yourself as I read it aloud. 5,167 and 304 thousandths minus 894 and 102 thousandths. Great job. Go ahead and try this problem on your own. When you see the word pause appear on your screen, click pause. Then when you've got your answer, click play. Good luck. Are you ready to check your answer? Let's see how you did. You should have gotten 4,273 and 202 thousandths. If you did, great job. Go ahead and continue on to Roxy's word stories. If you didn't, that's okay. Let's go over the problem together. Now, what's the first thing we need to do? Bring down the decimal point. 4 minus 2 is 2. 0 minus 0 is 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. 7 minus 4 is 3. 6 minus 9. Oh, we can't do that. We're going to need to borrow. We're going to borrow 1 from our hundreds place, which is equivalent to 10 tens. 10 times 10 is 100. So we're going to add 10 tens to our 6. 10 plus 6 is 16, minus 9, which is 7. Now we have 0 minus 8. We're in the same sticky situation. Let's borrow from our 5. That becomes a 4. And we're going to add 10 to our hundreds place. We now have 10 minus 8, which is 2. And 4 minus nothing is 4. Let's read our final answer, or difference, together. 4,273 and 202 thousandths. Great job. It's now time for Roxy's word problem of the day, which we like to call Roxy's Word Stories. Let's read the story together. Roxy and her friend Stella went to the store to buy candy for the movies. Roxy has $9.25 and wants to get a candy bar and licorice that cost a total of $1.88. She knows her movie ticket will cost $7.50. Will Roxy be able to buy a ticket for the movie if she buys both the candy bar and the licorice? See if you can help Roxy with her revelation. Pause the video, and when you've got the answer and are ready to help Roxy, press play. Good luck! Welcome back. So, will Roxy be able to get the candy bar and the licorice and still go to the movies with Stella? If you said no, you're correct. Roxy has $9.25. If she were to buy both pieces of candy, she would have $7.37 left over. But the movie ticket costs $7.50. It looks like Roxy will have to pick one candy if she wants to go to the movies with Stella. Great job. I hope you've enjoyed our time together and feel even more comfortable subtracting decimals than you did before. If decimals are still a little fuzzy for you, feel free to watch this video or any of the previous videos again to help clear things up. If you feel good about the work we've done today, congratulations, you're ready to move on. See you next time.